What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video unboxing and review. Today I bring you the Sideshow Green Arrow Premium Format figure. So this did come double brown boxed, and it's actually quite a little heavy though, guy. So I'm a huge Green Arrow fan, not the comics, but the TV show off CW. I never actually read the comics or watched any of the cartoons. I did see Green Arrow in a lot of DC animated movies. Nothing to brag about. What made me fall in love with this character was the TV show. So I watch all the CW Arrowverse shows. Recently caught up on Batwoman, Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow actually over the weekend. And so I never bought this because I never had the space and it just kind of seems slightly out of place. Because all my DC stuff is actually movie except for Deathstroke. He's a video game. And I needed a shelf to put Deathstroke, so I got me a little half Detolf. Curio is the actual name, off of Amazon. And I needed to put a statue inside of it. And Green Arrow actually does fit, so it gave me a perfect excuse to buy him. Originally I did waitlist on the EX, but then it sold out. So I ended up just ordering the regular with some reward points and a little $25 off coupon I had. I was never actually going to display the exclusive anyways, because I don't like the head at all. I know a lot of people who love the classic look, love the EX head. The only reason I wanted the EX head was for resale value. And I wanted to display the boxing glove inside the base, because I know you can do that. But it looks like this guy's quite popular. A lot of people say it's some of Sideshow's best work. We shall see. Alrighty, let's see if I got it. Alrighty then. Let's get this bad boy unboxed and see what we think. Looks like this is Green Arrow himself. And we got the base here. It's actually freezing today where I'm at. It's 20 degrees outside, so it's getting frickin' cold. Alrighty, so here is the base. Pretty good weight to it. Yep, and underneath I got 128 of 1500. Got a pretty good weight to this for sure. Actually, no, looks like it is this way. Magnetized. And this is the part that opens up that allows you to display the boxing glove inside, like a little wood post, which is pretty cool how they do that. I might end up displaying something else in there. Or just display one side only. It's a very strong magnet. I might just do one side open only. And then you have all these little pieces as well. This is like the arrow thing, dispersing out the arrows. It's like a mechanism he built. Green Arrow is in essence a copycat of Batman in my mind. A billionaire playboy who becomes a vigilante, uses tons of gadgets, no real superpowers per se. I mean, really, they are almost the exact same character. I don't really see a difference. Alrighty, so there's that. I know this is going to go on Green Arrow himself. It's his quiver. Yep, so this will go on his back. It has all these different arrows. So I'll set that to the side. So that's everything from box 1. Now we just return box number 2. So here he is. Very weighty piece. Looks exceptional. Giant peg, as you can see. It does come with additional arrows you get to display inside the base, which I won't do on camera because I've seen others do it and it takes forever. And here is the face sculpt. Which looks great. And then his arm holding the actual bow and arrow. Seems like Sideshow did pretty good packaging all around. You know, nothing seems to be broken or anything. They wrapped everything in little extra padding. But the tape gets stuck, doesn't come off. Alrighty, so here is that. Where the frick? There we go. Actually. Alright, I'm gonna need to figure that out because it's pulling it because of the arrow. But here he is, just got the arrows to install, the bow and arrow, and his quiver, of course, right here. That's a good strong magnet. We'll figure out the arrow, get it set up, and review it. Alrighty, everybody, so I do got the Green Arrow all set up. So basically, you just got to get the finger and the arrow to stick in, and it holds the string. So there's a little bit of friction there. And then for the arrows back here, you know, these are actual metal, which is quite nice. They're not like plastic, which sometimes Sideshow does. So you got all the bunched up ones in the middle, and then the other ones go outwards. So here he is in all his glory. He does look magnificent. So just start out at the base. So the base is a green water effect. To me, this is probably how water would look at night. And so he's probably somewhat more deeper in the ocean. That's why it's darker. And you got this whole wave effect splashing up against him. And it looks really good. It's not translucent resin by any means. Towards the tip it is. It's a little bit more translucent, which makes sense. But it's more like deep, dark waters is how I view this. So it looks really good, and he's stepping on this little platform which came out of this little contraption he built. So in essence, there's two contraptions. This one that has a little stand for him, and then it also has on the back here what looks like probably smoke grenades or, you know, some sort of arrow treatment right back here. And this is where you would display the boxing glove if you had the exclusive. Unfortunately, I don't got the exclusive. That actually would have been the only spot I would have put up. Got a little styrofoam stuck in his foot. His foot actually does have real traction like a normal foot, which does get stuck in it. So I'm gonna have to get a little knife probe to get that out. So yeah, that's basically the base. I'll probably just keep one side open since the other one doesn't have the thing. And then this arrow contraption clearly shot out. He has a bunch of arrows. He's shooting at some villain. For me, Deathstroke. Arrow himself looks great. He has different shades of green on his boots. And I'll do some close-ups in a minute. So he got his boots, dark green, light green. There's just tons of shades of green. This is fully sculpted. It's not mixed media. But it does have texturized detail. Tons of different straps and buckles. The face looks great. You know, the eyes are well painted, the skin tone's well painted. Really don't got any issues with this. It looks fantastic all around. Yeah, Sideshow definitely did a really good job on this. It looks fantastic. I mean, the arrows are real metal and it looks great. The paint and sculpt looks great. Let's do some close-ups now. The pose is fantastic. Get this here. Alrighty, so let's do some close-ups so you can really see. Like I was saying, the skin tone looks really good. Both on the arm, you know, like the and face, all the skin tone looks great, and you can see the different anatomy that looks great on his arm. You know, he's ripped. And then his costume has different shades of green, so it's not all one color, which really brings out the piece so you can see it better. You know, both from like right there to there, even the in part, different shades of green, and I like that. I think it really brings out the sculpt. And then, you know, look at the detail here in the costume. All the different folds, texture, these little like straps, this holding the giant quiver in his back. And then here's the base, you could get that. Even like that, that's like rough that he's standing on, which clearly came from that, you know, popped down. And then, so he just has tons of contraptions here, which are really cool. And I like how Sideshow gave you the option to have this open or closed. You know, so it's like whatever you want to do. I'll probably just keep one side open like that, just so you can still see all that extra detail in there. Granted, in the back, so you're not going to see it as much. And all these different arrows, which are real metal, which is really cool how the Sideshow did that. This is definitely one of their better PFs for sure. It does live up to the hype of being fantastic. It's big, heavy details, fantastic paint job. You know, this is really incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this to you first in my movie statue room next to some of my other DC pieces, so you can just see comparison versus some other movie stuff, and then I'll put it in its final resting spot, and we'll conclude this review. Alrighty, so here's Green Arrow in some of my DC 1/4 section. So he's quite big, actually. You know, he's bigger than the Resinworks Superman. His bow goes so high that he doesn't even fit in that shelf, which I think has like 25 plus inches tall. So you definitely need a lot of height space for this guy. You know, if you were to have the height space, you could easily fit, you know, another PF next to him if you wanted to get like the Black Canary or something, which obviously, you know, they're a pair, so that'd look fantastic. Here he is, though. He looks awesome. Big, detailed, dynamic, super, super legit. I'm gonna go ahead and set him up in his final resting spot underneath Deathstroke. Alrighty, folks, so here is Green Arrow set up in a curio. This is from Amazon. It's like a half D tall, same dimensions. So if you ever want to fit Green Arrow in a D-tall, if this is the way you do it, it's either this way or you have his back facing towards you. Because of how deep that arrow is, you can't have him facing forward. You do have to display him from the side. Either this side or the other side, but I prefer this side. Looks better this way. So this is like my little villain area where I got the Suicide Squad with Deathstroke underneath will be the Star Wars villains facing off against the good guys, the Justice League, you know, and Ray and Jin. So here's my little Arrowverse section, in essence. So I got the 1/3 Deathstroke. You know, and funny, Prime One actually mentioned they were going to make it Arrow, you know, CW Arrow 1/3 scale, which I was planning to buy if they ever actually released it. But, you know, of course, nothing happened. So, but Sideshow did definitely deliver when it comes to this PF. Looks amazing. You know, I do have lighting set up in here. And this is how I'm doing lighting. Actually, in my Module case, I have a cable running. I put that little cable cover when I got on each side of the TV so it matches. But here is the Arrow, the Green Arrow in all his glory. Looks awesome. Huge fan. And he actually doesn't look bad at all from down low because of his pose. You can still see his face fine because his face is like leaned back a little bit. So it looks actually completely good down there. And he's next to Batman, of course. Like I was saying, they're very similar. There you have it, though, folks. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. I'm quite happy with it. Very welcome addition to my statue collection. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.